I believe it is. So hello, welcome to this. I just want to say right off the bat, this is not scripted. So this is probably my, oh lord, maybe fifth take of this. So if it sounds like I don't know what I'm saying, then there you go. But I believe I can conduct my train of thought reasonably well. So this is going to be a tour of my world from my master mode playthrough, which has been going for quite a long time, and I wanted to do this just to give it a real, proper, true, genuine send-off before I leave for college, because this is my last day at the home I have lived in for the past 14 years before I move off to college, so I thought it would be fitting to end it here. But first, I want to do a world tour. I want to talk about it, to give it a send-off. So let me show you. Let's get into this. So here's my house. I made this recently. My house used to be this house, and it used to be this house over here. So this is just a village of many houses with alternating gray painted even stone brick and palladium columns, and just several custom houses like this. This world is single player, and it has been and always will be. That's the plan. So I just slowly started making more and more houses and kind of placing them down on top of these custom cliffs I made. So all this here is my house. This is the original copper short sword I have kept since the very beginning of this playthrough. I held onto it that whole time. Usually just kept it in an item frame. So this is extra storage that I don't really use, but just in case. These are armors that I've used throughout my playthrough, except the, Room Wizard set, of course. And I just went from Mithril to Chlorophyte. So as you can see, I skipped a few. I fought the mech bosses in Mithril, because I didn't want to go out on my way to get the third tier of ore. So, hey, get out of here, slime. I'm trying to film. My goodness. Alright. So I really like kind of embedding these custom landscapes into the Dynasty Shingle roofs here. So, oh my goodness, another slime. Alright. So, this here is a platform I have dedicated to all of my relics for every boss and event mini boss that I've defeated up to this point. Yes, I'm still pre-cultist. I have not beaten the game after almost 500 hours. It takes as long as it takes, That's truly how I feel about this at this point. So anyways, in here is my storage room. All the chests to the left of this are for building. And same thing for this. For it, you got materials, events, banners, ore and bars, fishing, potions, pets and mounts, weapons. Because there's so many items in this game. Weapons, vanity, armor, accessories, and stuff, which is just general overflow or anything else I want to store away. In here is all my crafting stations. And this is where I collect my herbs. I come here quite often. This isn't all the crafting stations, but it's most of them, it's most ballpark. And all the ones I really feel like using. Mainly this top row comes in handy quite a lot. This was my old house where I could just drop down into my crafting and urban storage room. So, which I thought were just nice to have. Let's head over here. This is just another little cozy area with a little ladder here made of rope. And this is Ellen, Bambi, and Buster's house. This is the first house I made for this town back when I was in almost a year ago now, when I was just miserably sick from a cold after coming back from the airport. So I thought, I'm just gonna boot up Terraria. What else am I gonna do? So here's Edmund's house. Cyborg used to live up here, but I thought I'd have him move over there so that area can be considered a town. Because it's considered a town when there's 3 or more of these people in an area, including pets too. It includes pets. So this is when I tried my hand at a custom tree. I actuated some living wood and some rich mahogany, and I just kind of surrounded it with living wood walls and living leaf walls. Or no, these are my bad. These are mahogany leaves. Yeah. This is Rosetta and Sargon's house, and for any houses on this cliffside here, which I didn't build, all I did was just embed the custom stone into it using spray painted sandstone. I just built around it and added support beams to houses on the side of it. I thought that would be nice to try my hand at instead of just putting these on some flat terrain. And even this custom landscape too. This world is single player. It has been, always will be. That's the plan. So anything you see here, I built myself. So let's get into some other houses, shall we? This is a Cavern pylon house where I use krypton moss and more craggy stone walls, which are really good for custom landscaping. I like them quite a lot. So, oh, and funny enough, this is an Ebenwood bathtub. I know it doesn't look like a bathtub like this, but they make for really nice little barrels, which I've scattered around here. Instead of a box, I thought I'd have this kind of sweeping formation of glowing luminous green stone with these cozy little houses inside of them and a fountain down here. So Java Hawk, Basden, and Shiobon, look at his little hat, all live here. Why don't we go check out the old Cavern pylon house, which is up here. I built this last year. To just give myself more building ideas, I would kind of go and redo a lot of my old pylon houses. So this is the old Cavern pylon house, and this water must have come down from up here somewhere. And funny enough, this was actually one of those abandoned mining houses that you can find naturally generated, and I turned it into a house. So his little fishing pond and some support beams, and I thought this would be a sort of mining operation where they're extracting some copper from the earth with a chain and pulling it up, perhaps. So I was happy with that one, but I wanted more. I wanted to try my hand at building some more. You know, I thought I could do better, and I don't know. I wanted to try something a little different. So, what else? Let me see. Oh yeah, this is the jungle pylon. So over here we have more custom landscaping with this whole formation here, and then I have some kind of lion painted dynasty shingles. I really like dynasty shingles for roofs, and as well as brown paint. And these are some rich mahogany leaves, and some living leaf walls and some grass walls kind of embedded into it to make it look like more of a natural jungle house, and some custom bamboo over here. Let's go check out the old house, shall we? Which is way out here. Let me see. Oh, a little fishing dock there, by the way. Here it is. I like these little support beams at the bottom here, but I also just wanted to give myself an excuse to keep building, because that's why this playthrough has taken so long. I was building. So I just really like the building in this game. You have quite a lot of options of paint. Yeah, just how many different items there are. My goodness. Oh yeah, over here we have the mushroom pylon house. I had some blocks down here so the golfer could live here. I don't know why a truffle likes the golfer. I guess they at least tolerate each other. They don't interfere with each other. So, but yeah, I was able to get the pylon from that, and I wanted to try my hand at making this sort of medieval tower with these bursts of mushroom growth on the side of it, and a bit of custom landscaping over here. I can have this cliff kind of reaching around. I might put some walls underneath it, and all this here. This is gray painted dynasty shingles. So, and I made this back in, I think, November 2021. A lot of these builds are from 2021, at least a year old. So, bear with me here. This playthrough has taken so long. Oh yeah, over here we have the ocean. I kind of hammered some corners here, some platforms, just to make it look a little nicer. You know, I mainly just use this for fighting fish from. Just a simple 2-layer platform arena, pretty standard. What else we got? Here's this snow pylon. I made this back in September of 2021, except for these sweeping custom landscape cliffs and this pool down here, which are, yeah, pretty recent, fairly recent. And I like how this turned out. I usually just have this technique of just piling on some blocks relevant to the biome in a curve, and then I'll hammer out the edges to make it a little more natural, and I'll put some custom sort of stone in there for texture, as in these gray painted sandstone blocks here, and some strange plants, which are painted gray in this case, for some extra foliage, as well as these, which I've just made with the Rubble Maker, which is a really nice building item that I have honestly not used too much. So, and there's a little fishing dock down here, and a pile of money in here, because you know this is the tax collector's house, and there's nothing written on this sign over here. So what else? Oh, this is the desert pylon. This is a style of house I tried that I normally don't very often, but I thought the brown painted sandstone and even stone looked nice and was relevant to the biome. And this window is hammered actuated grates, I believe, over some brown painted glass wall. And over here is a little golf course. I don't think it's actually possible to get a hole-in-one. You'd have to, maybe if you really tried. A hole-in-two is definitely possible. I haven't really played golf in this game very much. I just wanted an excuse to keep building, so I made this tiny little golf course over here with some more custom landscaping. This is where the painter and dye trader live, in this little house over here. Just instead of, I wanted to try something a little different than this house over here, so I made this little cliff that they both live in. Similar to the Cavern pylon house, honestly, and I just kind of embedded this custom cliff into the landscape, this little hill, and had them live in it, as well as Shemp here. Hey, Shemp. What else we got? And I believe last, but not least, is the ocean pylon. I made some little custom islands over here with some more tiny little shrine, which is, I believe this is a dynasty bathtub, but it looks more like a tiny little shrine. So, and a bunch of strange plants painted brown for some foliage. And this formation here made out of the new coral blocks, because I want an excuse to mess around with those. And I thought it was fitting I put them near the ocean pylon. And this is kind of an abstract roof pattern. These are hammered grates, I believe, and sky painted dynasty blocks. So, or sky blue painted dynasty blocks. My bad. This is where the angler, stylist, and pirate captain live, on this one side of their custom cliff, which I might tinker with a little more in the future. And then up here, this is an arena. This is ideally where do I want to fight the Moon Lord? I mean, I also use this for One's Army Tier 3, which I did pre-cultist, which is pretty tough. So, this is at least, I believe, at least a couple thousand blocks long, starting from the ocean. I put it near the ocean so I can just use my shell phone to get over here real quick before the Moon Lord appears. So, oh boy, wow, it's a full moon. So, this stretches for a long way. I made sure to kind of regularly place some campfires and heart lanterns in intervals so that I wouldn't run out of the buff as I went. Unless I get too high up, of course. This is just a kind of another layer to it that I can grapple onto. Even from here, even just from the bottom here. I have to be standing fairly still for it to work. So I might just fly up and then grapple. Oh my goodness, that is a wyvern. Get out of here, dude. I'm trying to film. Alright. I believe that is everything I wanted to talk about. So thank you so much for watching this, you know, and if you're seeing this, I'm probably gonna tackle the endgame soon. After a year and a half and 500 hours. So, you know, wish me luck. And thank you very much for watching this not scripted tour, unscripted tour. So, See ya.